Thanks for joining us. I'm Will Nowak. We begin with a partnership that's resulting in a huge return on investment for students and the community. Real School anchor Gracie Marsh has done the math and is here with the story.
Will, it's a pretty simple formula. Take one successful credit union, add Duval County Public Schools, and multiply that by hard work and lots of hands-on experience. In the end, it all equals success. Walk through the store and you've entered a place where learning in the classroom and working on the job add up. Whether they're at their desks or behind the counter, we can pretty much guarantee this group of students is making the grade in customer service and financial literacy.
Oh my goodness, this has been an amazing opportunity. I never knew that anything like this could be possible, and I feel like I'm actually really running a credit union. I feel like this credit union is my credit union.
Welcome to the newest student-run ViStar Credit Union branch at First Coast High School. That's right, I said student-run, meaning these First Coast Buccaneers are able to provide many of the same services you can get at a typical credit union.
Students and faculty members can open a checking account, savings account, make deposits, and withdraw money from their individual accounts, and each day Finance Academy students operate the branch under the supervision of their teacher.
Of course, an announcement like this had to be celebrated in style. In an event that brought out leaders from both the district and ViStar, speakers praised the long and rich partnership between DCPS and the credit union.
I think about that vision, that mission, that opportunity for us as a board and superintendent team to provide access to our students.
There you go.
First Coast is the third high school in the district to host a ViStar branch, joining Wolfson and Ribault. ViStar President and CEO Terry West says opening a student-run branch is a process that usually takes about 2 years.
We wanted to teach financial literacy. We wanted to help students learn about how accounts work, how financial services work, because we see so many times they get out of school, they don't know how to manage their money, they mess up with credit cards. So this is an educational opportunity, and also to teach them how to save, how to budget.
The credit union is open during lunch hours 5 days a week. And guess what? Students also have opportunities to work with local ViStar branches. ViStar has offered well over 100 intern positions over the years. Those internships have led to part-time work and even some full-time positions.
To us, this is about working with the school system to help prepare the future workforce, and it's also about simply giving students an opportunity.
It's an opportunity we know will continue to add up, and with interest.
Now I'm kind of interested in business and interested in maybe doing something where I possibly run a credit union.
Allow me to end this piece with another important number, 9,000. That's how much scholarship money ViStar has awarded to Duval County students. For Real School, I'm Gracie Marsh.
Thanks, Gracie. A wide receiver, a race car driver, and dozens of students. It may not seem like they have a lot in common, but together they're highlighting an important message. We're talking about International Walk to School Day. Students at Andrew Robinson Elementary were joined by Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Aurelius Ben and NASCAR driver Scott Lagasse Jr. They made a special trek from the nearby Mount Sinai Church to their school to encourage safety for those who walk and bike to school. Representatives from Wolfson Children's Hospital, the Players' Championship, and the Jacksonville Transportation Authority also walked with students. In a news conference, they discussed ongoing efforts to bring more sidewalks and other improvements to the neighborhood. What a great and educational event. Its mission accomplished over at Venetia Elementary School. This year, hundreds of students are embarking on an exciting journey to bring STEM subjects to life. Real School reporter Alani Ellison is here with the scoop.
We know these students have all the essentials. Lab equipment, check. Instructions, check. And the excitement to learn something new, absolutely. Before they get to stirring, measuring, pouring, and molding, these 5th grade students at Venetia Elementary spent time getting the facts and sharpening their skills.
Crust is the top layer.
Oh, it's awesome.
Why do you think it's awesome?
Because you get to do like missions and stuff.
That's right. All of these students are on a mission. They're working in groups tackling topics like Matter Matters and scientific discovery. Each mission includes fun activities, like watching salt crystallize.
I didn't know that you could grow salt by mixing salt and water.
Or recreating their own lunar and solar eclipse. Each student has a role, with an end goal of taking their knowledge to STEM subjects to an exciting and practical new level.
They work in that mission together, they each have their job, and they get to do hands-on activities during basically a 2-week period, a 2-week cycle, and they get to explore and read and participate in these activities just to make science come alive.
Principal Jennifer Collins says Venetia was one of the first 6 elementary schools in the district to get a Pittsco STEM lab. These labs are specially designed to engage students in hands-on activities that explain concepts, and they go hand in hand with the school's curriculum.
For example, they actually put together a little electricity model to show how electricity works. And so then they say, oh, I can do this. You know, this is something maybe that I would be interested in doing when I get older. And so it gives them more of that love and appreciation for science at a young age.
Right now, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders take turns visiting the lab in 2-week cycles. For some students, these activities have sparked a new love for science.
Before you did this lab, did you like science already?
Not really.
Oh, so this is making you like science more?
Yes, ma'am.
How come?
Well, I learned that science can be more fun, like if you do more activities and like you just kind of enjoy it.
I actually have a daughter who's in 5th grade who's doing the activities, and she doesn't like science, but the weeks that she goes to the lab, she comes home and she's like, guess what I did today? We did this and we did that, and she just can't stop talking about it.
And for those who already like science, this lab is making the subject even more fun. Sounds like this experience not only gets high marks with students, it's also passing the test of fun with flying colors.
I just always like science more than every other subject, so I really enjoy doing all the experiments. This shows that science isn't actually really boring, and it's not just going and looking at stuff.
Venetia isn't the only elementary with a Pittsco lab. There are more than a dozen elementary and middle schools throughout the district. For Real School, I'm Alani Ellison. Back to you.
Thanks, Alani. Gone are the days of soggy fields and a muddy track at Julia Landon College Prep.
We are now celebrating the teamwork between Duval County Public Schools and the City of Jacksonville.
That's Principal Timothy Fagans addressing a crowd of students, parents, district, and city leaders at a recent news conference. It was an event that included everything from musical performances to high-energy cheers. You may not realize it, but for months, many of the athletes you see in this video couldn't use the school's track or field because of the drainage issues. But thanks to a partnership between the district and the city, funds were set aside to make some much-needed improvements. City Council member Lori Boyer announced that the track and field would be opened up for the public to enjoy when they're not in use by the school.
There are a lot of runners, walkers, and joggers in our community, and to have an opportunity for people to use a track or a facility that is not on a public street and out of harm's way is really a phenomenal asset for us, and we're very excited about that from a city perspective.
It has made a big impact to the students and the student athletes that you see behind me, from cheerleading, from the soccer team, from the track team, from football, and from all of the students.
You could say this ceremony ended with a splash. A special group of students and leaders celebrated by tossing water onto the field. Nice. A big congrats goes to Landon Middle and the rest of the community. Some of our youngest students are learning to tickle the ivories, that is, play the piano, at Johnny Ford K-8. It's all thanks to a new program giving them some real keys to success. Here's Real School reporter Charlotte Rogers.
We're talking about a program that's a real win-win, and not just for Johnny Ford, but also for Edward Waters College. You know what that sounds like? Music to my ears. These young music lovers are taking notes on the keyboard, that is. One key at a time, students at John E. Ford K-8 are expanding their musical horizons and hitting all of the right notes. Welcome to the Edward Waters College Keys on Parade Extension Program. And meet Dr. Lucy Chen, Assistant Professor and Keys on Parade founder.
I believe that music is a tool of communication and that a child should have the right to have the ability to communicate.
The program spans over a year, with students staying after school once a week for 45 minutes. They're doing much more than making beautiful music on the keyboard. They're also singing, dancing, and playing games.
Whoa, that was really good!
Dr. Chen leads this program with the help of music education majors. And it turns out these students are more than just helpers. They're also role models.
This has been such a wonderful experience for us, especially for me being a music education major, having a first-hand experience of what to be able to look forward to.
Getting the experience early with hands-on, basically like teaching children, getting the classroom setting this early as a freshman, you know, I really appreciate that.
It's like mind-boggling to think of myself as a mentor, and it makes me feel grateful for all the people that were mentors for me earlier in my life.
Keys on Parade is ultimately about the community. By working with children in the urban core, Dr. Chen says she hopes to expose students to new opportunities.
Actually, all of them is their first encounter to the keyboard, and you can see that they are very excited, and sometimes they get frustrated when they play wrong notes, but it's okay. This is all part of the learning progress. And
we can't go without mentioning the long-term effects and benefits of picking up the piano at a young age.
Starting much younger will allow the child's frontal lobe to develop. And we've seen so many studies that if we start at a young age, it helps them with their discipline, and it also builds character, and it also contributes to their success in their academic studies. So why not start young when all of these benefits of music education is so great?
These students will soon display their talents for their community. They'll join others from Edward Waters and the Young Men's Leadership Academy in putting on a recital at the college in December. For Real School, I'm Charlotte Rogers. Back to you.
Thanks, Charlotte. Coming up on Real School, Duval students are giving a nationally known program their best shot, and we've got the video to prove it. In moments, we're introducing you to the National Archery in the Schools program. We'll explain how this program is spot on when it comes to combining athletics and academics. Plus, it's a course designed just for parents, and it's changing lives every single day. You'll want to join us as we attend this one-of-a-kind class. Don't change the channel. Real School will be right back.
The Samuel Wolfson School for Advanced International Studies and Leadership opens to incoming 9th graders this fall. Also available, the International Baccalaureate Program and Honors Coursework. Join the pack and enroll in this new dedicated magnet, preparing our students for college, career, and life every day. For more information, visit duvalschools.org.
Shooting hoops, running laps, or jumping rope. Those are just some of the activities you would expect in a typical PE class. But what about picking up a bow and arrow? Real School reporter Patrick Glynn explains.
Hey Will, think of archery as being much more than just a sport. It's an opportunity for students to add another string to their bow as they learn some valuable, lifelong skills. The targets are up, the bows are out, and the arrows are being put into place. With a little last-minute advice,
take your time, don't rush anything, you're going to get 5 shots.
Students are ready to step up and take aim. This is Mercedes Carver's PE class at Paxson School for Advanced Studies. On this day, they're participating in the National Archery in the Schools program.
When you actually get up there, it's a lot harder than it looks. Hand-eye coordination and aim, like having the right position to stand and everything.
This program was launched in 2002 with the help of wildlife and conservation experts. It's not only fun, but also meets the needs of national and state standards for PE classes.
Some kids are not athletic overall. And I don't want them to play basketball. I don't want to play football. We've been playing tennis. You know, there's things they don't want to do, but then this is just another option to find something that they can do. That's what I like about it.
Paxton is one of only 2 district schools with a fully implemented program. PE teachers must be certified before offering the program. They learn everything from safety to setting up ranges and teaching students how to use a bow and arrow.
My stance is one of my things that I'm working on now, and I've learned a lot about how to shoot the arrow. That's made my target better, so all around it's doing pretty good.
But what really makes this program hit the bullseye is that students are doing much more than just learning another sport. They're walking away with skills they can easily apply in the classroom and in life.
It is good arm strength and that stuff, but I feel like it's more a lifelong kind of thing and works your mind. The concentration, the more you have to concentrate, then when you go to your next class, oh, well, I know how to concentrate, you know. So all that stuff comes in.
To get into a great college, you don't have to have just academics. I mean, it helps and you should work on them, but you can also get in for sports, arts, everything. It's always good to explore what your talents and what you have and what you can do.
More than a dozen Duval schools are on target to receive training so that they too can start this program. Looks like it's turning out to be a perfect shot for athletic and academic success.
It's a fun sport. Sports like these that most kids don't necessarily play, they can learn to have fun with them.
You know what else is cool about this program? Teachers can incorporate core subjects such as math, science, and history. I think I'm ready to sign up. With Real School, I'm Patrick Lynn. Back to you, Will.
Thanks, Patrick. Readers, it's time to get on your mark, get set, and get in the game. Check it out. Our cameras were rolling at Twin Lakes Academy Elementary School as students gathered for this very special assembly. The goal of this event was to set a reading goal for the school year, and you'll never guess what it is. 1 million words. That's right, 1 million. If that sounds like a lot, don't worry. Students will have plenty of incentives along the way to help them reach their goal. For extra motivation, students were also joined by a very special guest. Chum, the mascot for the Jacksonville Sharks. He was a perfect complement to this year's theme, Get in the Game. Nice. Good luck, everyone, and let's get to the reading. It's a class that's translating into success for dozens of Duval parents, many learning to speak English for the first time. Real School anchor Courtney Sanders joins us with a success story sure to inspire.
Well, let's be honest. Learning a second language isn't always easy, especially if you're in a new country full of new people and new surroundings. But here's what you may not know. Duval County Public Schools has a solution and is here to help. In a room full of students with pens, notebooks, and dictionaries, you'll find Daisy Aguirre. This Duval County mother of 2 says coming here has transformed her life.
I like these classes. Coming from these classes, I don't speak nothing English. Today for me is very happy. I speak so English.
Aguirre has been attending free English language courses put on by the district's parent academy. They're held at the CLC, or the Center for Language and Culture, located at Kings Trail Elementary. Several times a week, parents from all over the district have an opportunity to sit at a computer, put on some headphones, and immerse themselves in Rosetta Stone programs. They're challenged to observe, read, write, speak, and repeat.
I speak more words. Every day new words is fine.
CLC coordinator Heen Shaid says success stories like this are quickly becoming the norm.
Daisy, for example, she came and she did not speak any English. She has her kids come into our schools. And when I heard her talking with someone in English for the first time, I almost cried. You see, she's helping her kids with their homework. She's going to school. She's involved with the teachers and with the classroom. And you can see, she's proud.
The CLC does much more than offer English language courses. DCPS families who are new to the country can connect with others and learn about the resources and opportunities available to them.
For someone who is new to this country with no knowledge about the system, the schools, the homework, what to do, what to expect, where to start, I believe it's a great opportunity.
Some parents who aren't new to the country are also taking advantage of the CLC. Case in point, Vancetta Smithson, a Duval parent with a child in high school. She's here taking courses in Spanish and is excited about her progress.
We're having a lot more people that are coming into the country that speak Spanish, so hopefully I have the opportunity to actually speak with those people in Spanish or understand what they're saying, especially the ones that really don't know English.
I think it's clear that no matter where these parents have come from, they're leaving even better than before.
It's more easy for me. I listen people speak English, oh, I understand then.
We want our kids to be successful, and then the parent involvement, the parent support, the parent being there for their kids.
By the way, Will, it's worth mentioning that these classes are absolutely free. You can learn much more about Parent Academy and CLC courses by visiting duvalschools.org. What a great opportunity for a real school. I'm Courtney Sanders.
Thanks, Courtney. Coming up on Real School, he's an educator sharing important lessons both in and out of the classroom. Meet Dr. Sun, an English teacher combining academics and altruism. That's after the break. Real School will be right back.
Serving our highest needs students with autism. Oak Hill Academy opens this fall as a first-of-its-kind public school. Apply now for innovative, research-based instruction in a unique learning environment for your child. Committed to high-quality education and enrichment for students with autism every day. To learn more, visit duvalschools.org.
We finished this episode by celebrating a great educator. He's a high school teacher who spent years showing students what true success looks like. Here's his story in his own words.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sun from Atlantic Coast High School, where I teach English 4. What it does, what it's used for, what its associations are. I love my subject. I love English, and so I have a captive audience, and I get to talk about it every day. So that's a wonderful thing. So we have a rose, it's red, and someone said something about love. Who said that? I believe in education. Of all the things that matter to me, this is the thing that winds up mattering most. It's the thing that I keep coming back to. Yes, it's the car. What is the car? This is my 11th year. I sometimes wonder what it'd be like to be doing something else now. And the thing is, I can never picture myself outside of the classroom now and imagine myself being happy with what I'm doing. And I really mean that. She's acting out symbolically. Well, even the worst days, driving home, I always found I could still say to myself, but I still love this job. I still want to go back.
He cares for the students in more than just the education content realm. He's a very compassionate person who really, when he looks at a student, he sees another person. And when he talks to a student, he's talking to another person. You can have the content, and if you don't have the heartfelt drive to educate kids, you can't learn that. I mean, you can learn the content, but you've got to believe in what you're doing. Teaching for the hours you spend is not a monetarily fair compensation. So it's definitely a calling, I think.
What was that? That was a counterculture. The last 5-6 years, I've been the sponsor of what we call the Community Service Crew, or the ACHS Community Service Crew here at Atlantic Coast High School. I had 2 of my students whom I'd had as juniors and then came to me as seniors and asked, will you sponsor this? Loved the idea. I think at some level I've been waiting for that particular way of being involved with students, and I'd wondered, even when I was teaching on the west side, about what it would be like if you could take kids out of the classroom and into the community and involve them in doing good things. It opens up the world to people in a way that, and to students in a way that they would not have seen before. And if they've never gone without a meal, then it's an interesting thing for a student to be in a soup kitchen feeding people who've come off the street and who are fortunate that that place exists, otherwise they would go hungry. I think that's an eye-opener for students.
I've actually learned more with him, the way he communicates and interacts with us. Okay. I've done so far every event. We did the beach cleanup, we did the constructing. I've been more exposed and open to things in Jacksonville that I didn't know existed here.
And I've come to believe that one of the best things I do as a teacher is outside of the classroom now. And it's those Saturdays that I'm with the students that have signed up for a particular event. I'm not just their teacher anymore in that setting, and they aren't just my students. We're people who are doing something we've organized together, and it's a good thing to be doing. So the question is, what are you thankful for? I have always felt like when I come to the end of my days, I want to look back and feel like my life mattered. And I know that this matters. Even if there are 1,000 students who have no idea who their senior English teacher was because they can't remember, I still know that somewhere I'm in their head, or what I did is still sort of a part of who they are. I think that's true of all of our teachers. We carry them with us even if we don't even remember who they are. And to me, that's a pretty neat thing to think about.
Greenscape of Jacksonville recently presented Dr. Sun with the 2016 Canopy Award. That's him at the Mayor's Environmental Luncheon in September. Dr. Sun and his students have been volunteering with Greenscape for 4 years, quote, making a greener Jacksonville one tree at a time. That's it for this episode of Real School. We'll see you again next month. A new episode premieres Sunday, December 4th at 6 p.m. right here on the CW17. Of course, you can always keep up with us at duvalschools.org. Till then, thanks for watching and have a good night.
3, 2.
Oh wait, it's backwards.
Oh.
You can't read backwards?
3, 2.
Wow. It's these students, right? Okay. I can do this. Benicia Elementary School isn't the only school. I messed up.
It's okay. You're there.
Sorry.
City Council Member Lori Boyer.
City Council Member Lloyd, yeah.
CLC Coordinator Haeen Shahid, Heen Shahid, Haeen Shahid, Heed Shahid.